Welcome to Science to Get High By. I'm Kat Jones, and we're working our way through a fun series we're calling Meet Your Microbes. Let's take a look down that kitchen drain, shall we? I know we've been in the kitchen a lot these first few weeks of our new series, Meet Your Microsphere, but there's a lot to see in the kitchen. Oh, see what I mean? Wow, what's this? Let's go look. Oh, see, you can find lots of cool stuff in your drain. It's moving. Didn't you think this was an egg or something? Yeah, me too. And then you get close and there's like a nematode and a tetrahymena are the things that I'm pretty confident about in there. But there's a lot of things flipping around inside this. Well, this spherical whatchahoozit that looks like it may have at one time been an egg, but everyone has made their way in. And look, I mean, it's just covered in bacteria. These little bacillus-shaped bacteria. Huh. Well, aren't they fun? And look how excited they all are. Wow, see? There's just worlds and worlds on every surface. This is a whole little tiny ecosystem churning away. Just flotsam in someone's drain. Huh, let's see what else we can find. Ooh, nice. Now see, this is something we would expect. We would expect shit tons of bacteria in a kitchen drain. And look at this. Oh, they're so cool. I mean, they're so tiny you can hardly see them, even with a really good microscope like this one. But they're super interesting. I swear everything in this world is made out of bacteria. They are the instigators, the organizers, the creators of everything you see around you. They have totally terraformed this planet for us, and our entire biosphere depends on them. So that's fun, huh? Yeah, that's one thing you can find in your kitchen drain. But you can find a lot of other things too. You're going to find a lot of protists, and you might even find some microanimals. Oh my God, that's what we're finding here, yeah? Ooh, yeah. Yeah, that's a little freaky to look at. That is a Gordian knot of nematodes. They are tangled up in what appears to be a pretty good food source for them, and they're happy there. And there's a lot of them, which is true of the entire planet. Oh yeah, most people kind of don't like finding worms in their sink drain, but y'all probably have them. Nematodes are the most abundant animal on Earth. You're going to find a lot of nematodes pretty much everywhere you look. And they're, whoa, whoa, look what we found here. So, a lot of things have gone wrong for the large nematode there in the center. It's lying there in what appears to be a nest of Nematophagous fungus. So that happened. That was probably the first thing that happened there, is that it got caught up in that stuff. And so, the Nematophagous fungus will move in and slowly start digesting. It'll kill the worm. Well, nematodes, they lay eggs normally, but when shit is going down in the environment, some kind of bizarre generational survival thing kicks in, and we get a gross form of matricide where instead of laying the egg, the nematode will retain the egg, and it will hatch inside the mother's body. I suppose in the hope that the little baby worm can survive whatever's happening in the environment. And so the baby will hatch in the mother's body and will then eat its way out. My guess is it's probably going to be born infected with the whatever's going down with the parent, which I believe is the Nematophagous fungus. But I just want to say that as many times as I can. Say it with me. Nematophagous. All right. But you can also see those patches of bacteria down near the tail and, toward the middle there's big clouds of bacteria. They Bacteria get like that when they're all excited about a food source. So that's what's happening there. Lots of different things are digesting this mother nematode, starting with her own baby. And then there's fungus, and then there's bacteria, and everybody is chowing down. And that's the conversion of energy from one form of biomatter to another. I mean, circle of life, baby. I don't understand it either, but there it is. I don't know. Let's kind of just jump up and get out of that horrid little scene and view this from more of a distance. See how beautiful it looks from up here? Yeah, more bacteria. Watching these things in action is it's mind-boggling. I could watch them all day long, honestly, but they're kind of hard to see on YouTube screen. I mean, they're hard to see anyway, but compression issues and whatnots. But they're really cool. Let's move on. As we zoom out and cruise around the dish, we get some distance, right? And you can kind of see I want to say bigger picture, but this is still a very, very small little bit of ecosystem that we're looking at. But this is their whole universe, right? Anyway. Oh, rotifer. Deltoid rotifer, one of my favorites. As you know, those of you who watch this channel, another microanimal. And there's a protist, some kind of ciliate snuffling around. My guess is that that's a tetrahymena, but, I don't know. It is really hard to tell. Magnifying this much, it washes out a lot of the detail. So I think that's a tetrahymena, but I don't really know. Who even knows what's going on in there? There's all kinds of little weird exchanges going on. It's easy to look from this distance and just assume that everything bigger is eating everything smaller, but that's kind of just, that's an assumption. It's not always true. It's not even always true up here. That's pretty. It looks kind of like lace, huh? Looks like a wad of flotsam. Ah! Another dead nematode. Oh, look at the bacteria just having a field day there. It looks like this nematode was strangled by a nematophagous fungus. Nematophagous, say it. You'll sound so smart. It means eats nematodes. And here's another one of these little ciliated protists bumbling around against the Arthrobotrys, the killer fungus in the background there. It's coming away unscathed, and I haven't seen the fungus in this dish catching anything but nematodes. Sometimes I get a really nasty fungus in a dish that sets out, it looks like just a long line of hooks, and it'll catch up every goddamn thing in the dish. It'll just be a long line of dead and dying protists. It's really awful. So, but Arthrobotrys seems to just specialize in nematodes. You can see a dead one there. That thing with all the little round ball thingies in it, you can barely see its outline. That's a nematode. It's dead, of course, and it looks like something has laid eggs in its carcass. Uh-oh, look out! Ah! Oh, man. I can't watch that. Let's just let's move away from here right now. We don't need any microbial snuff porn. Yeah. There's a lot of dead and dying nematodes in most dishes about 3 days in, man. They're just thriving right at first, but they're a fairly large apex predator, and they don't do very well in a dish like this for very long, especially not with predatory fungus. Nematophagous fungus. Yeah, more bacterial drama with a nematode. Let's see what's going on over here. Let's zoom in. So you know what that is now. So much to see. We're kind of flying through these organisms because there's just so much to see. We've seen enough of these worms. Let's go look at something else for a minute. Worms. Ooh, there's something else. Fat little rotifer. See the deltoid rotifer in the middle? Oh, those are so fun. Silent scream. Screaming nematode. Dead nematode. Oh, what's that? Some kind of freaky little microbe sex. That looks like whatever those little tetrahymena looking ciliates are. We have interrupted them in the middle of the act. We should leave them alone. Oh, speaking of kitchen drains, man, this is something that I found a while back. If you've seen our previous video about God as a biofilm, you've seen this footage before. This is footage from my own kitchen sink strainer. Oh, it's been a couple of years back. This is a piece of onion skin. And if you look at this tiny little bit of onion skin, look at all the life going on in there. It's just full of microbes and fungus and things. It's a whole entire ecosystem. And as I pointed out in the video that I did on, interconnected life, how life wires up. Again, it's called God as a Biofilm. Go check that out. But I talk in there about how the only difference between an ecosystem and an organism is a matter of scale. And life wires up in such a way that individual organisms start living together communally and symbiotically and wiring up in ways that then kind of evolve into something. We view it as an ecosystem, but those ecosystems tighten up into their own life forms. They have their own sense of intelligence. They feed, they excrete waste. You could kind of see a city like that. And now that AI is becoming a thing, it's coming online, baby. So yeah, you can go check that out. But this onion skin, man, it's just mind-blowing how much is going on in here. Ooh, look at the little wigglies. Yikes. Taking a little tour of Nematode Island out here. Whoa, see how much fun bacteria are to watch? What do you think they're doing in there, man? They're like, bacteria do all sorts of funky things. And when they get together like that, doesn't it look like they're acting as one organism? Man, just really cool. I could probably watch them all day long. But let's go check out what else is going on. More busy bacteria. Looks like some tiny little amoebas among the bacteria, which is very common. They hang out together all the time. Those look like little fungal spores to me. I think that might be fusarium, which we see a lot in the microsphere. You can find this a lot in the kitchen. Sometimes it's not so great. There's a lot of different species of fusarium, and some of them are not great. Others, totally harmless. Oh my Lord, look at all the amoebas that were in this drain. There's a shit ton of little bitty amoebas in there. Ooh, that's pretty. You can see, look at there's like a whole forest growing in here. That's really pretty, isn't it? That looks like a thriving ecosystem. Let's go in. Yikes. Well, there's a testicular little milieu for you. Wow, there's a bunch of bacteria and some fungus, and it looks like some plant matter, a bunch of protists. Man. Oh, more of these. Surprise, nematode. Ooh, look, who's that down on the bottom there? Vortex feeding. See why I like them? Oh yeah, they do that. Something scares them. They just pull their little corona all the way down, man. They're so cute. Yeah, I figured. If you've got rotifers in your drain, you've probably got a lot of them because they do tend to procreate. Here's two more. The fatter one there, you can see an egg in its belly. Here's another rotifer, same drain. I just want to show you this. This is the context, man. When you find one rotifer, pretty soon you're going to have a lot of rotifers. They're everywhere. It's a little feeding frenzy in there. Look how busy that ecosystem is already. If you want to do this at home, the best thing in the whole wide world to do is just let your sink strainer collect a bunch of stuff and don't clean it out for about a week, and then suck out some water and goo from there. Oh man, the things you find. I'm Kat Jones, and this has been Science to Get High By.